and welcome everyone to Campaign Countdown Part 2. Today we're going to be looking at Guardians of Elayim #1 on Indiegogo. And we've got two creators with us today. We've got both from Omen Comics today. We've got Michael and Steve. How's it going, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing great so far.
Awesome, guys. And of course, for those who don't know, my name is Michael, and we got Matt here from Wicked as well.
How we doing?
Excellent. Thank you, man. I appreciate you all being here. And we're really excited. We had you on last time to talk a little about the comic, but the campaign actually went live today. So we're going to be taking a more in-depth look at the campaign page, the perks, and some other images and other cool stuff that we can share today with you. But it's going to be really exciting. We're really excited to talk about this comic. Why don't you guys tell us a little bit about what, just before we dive into everything, tell us a little about the comic and what people can expect from the story.
I call Guardians of Elayim the magical mystery tour through the history of the Omenverse. I would say that it's a time travel historical fantasy comic, focusing initially on 7 characters from Roman era Jerusalem as they cause the death of a god. And so what ends up happening is that they're damaging time and space. And what we call the Elayim tree, which is something along the lines of Yggdrasil, and because of this, a couple of angels end up recruiting these people to go back and fix the damage they caused. So they have to go through time and space, set right what's wrong, nice. and then they move on basically to the next point in time to fix the next thing.
I noticed you threw in a Quantum Leap reference there. Any chance you're a fan?
I did watch a fair amount of it back in the day.
Nice.
I haven't watched a whole lot recently. I wouldn't call myself hardcore, but I did like Ziggy and Al and yeah.
Is there any kind? Would you say there's any kind of element to that? That kind of a story in Guardians of Elayim where they are trying to go and kind of correct things that may have gone wrong in history.
There are certain elements, yes.
I think it would be a little bit closer to, and I don't know that this is a deep cut here. But,
you always have
remember,
man.
Do you remember that TV show? I think it was called Voyagers.
Sounds familiar.
Vaguely.
Had the dude and the little kid, and they would go into different parts in time to set things right. But it was a little bit different than like in Quantum Leap, the guy would appear as someone else, but these guys would appear as themselves.
Gotcha. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's not like mental time travel. It is physical time travel.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it's more right. They're not going to be showing up in other bodies or anything like that.
No,
that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. That would feel a little odd. I feel like
Exiles might be a little closer, if you want a comic example.
Interesting. Okay. So kind of this ragtag group, almost like that is going around trying to save people, do the right, do what's right. These kind of things. And we'll learn. I'm sure we'll learn more and more as we get to read the comic about the actual nature of the time travel, how it works, and all that good stuff.
Yes, I would say the second issue is when we're going to get deep into the mechanics. The first issue is just introducing the situation and the characters.
Very cool. Well, yes. Speaking of characters, you guys have a whole crew of characters, don't you, for this this series?
Yeah, people should be aware. This first issue, Guardians of Elayim, is a stage setter. All the actual time travel stuff starts happening. Guardians of Elayim #2, but this is like one of those you have to have this story if you're going to get the rest of it, kind of a thing.
Gotcha. So this is almost like an origin story for perhaps one of the characters that we're going to be seeing on this adventure.
Yes, particularly Marius, who is the main character. He's a Roman centurion, and he's the one who actually stabs the Yeshua with the spear.
God.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We promise to be respectful.
I'm bringing up a picture here of the cover image, and I believe we can see Marius here as well. So let me just see if I can get this shared.
Let me see
here.
What you got.
Bear with us, folks. Looks like computer is chugging away here, trying to make it work. But in the meantime, you talked about Marius, and so we start in ancient Jerusalem. What was the impetus or kind of the inspiration there to have a comic set in that period?
Well, that actually came from in the Bible. It talks about when Jesus died. There was this huge earthquake. It destroyed a couple of buildings and stuff, and the sky actually went black, like the sun disappeared from the sky, and the dead were seen rising up out of the grave. And I'm like, with all of that going on and this big old thunderstorm happening and everything, with all of that, I figured, what if that actually had even a more drastic effect, maybe a less visible effect? What if the death of a god actually splintered or cracked space-time?
That's wild.
I was going to say, from there, really, it was just a matter of figuring out who would be at the center of the event. And when I kind of looked up and thought about Saint Longinus, I'm just like, yeah, that was the character to explore, and to make this all about this person fixing his mistakes and basically overcoming his moral blindness, which is where he starts off.
Oh, okay, interesting. That's pretty cool, man. I like that story of redemption there. I feel like that's gonna be a very relatable one. That's gonna be really cool.
Real quick, is this a more of, like, you could say, universal god, or is it a particular god from one of the different mythologies or even modern religions today?
Well, that question is actually moderately complicated. It is not.
That is very understandable.
It is not. While we are talking about Jesus and his father, this would not be, say, this is not how I'm going to say Christians or Catholics or what have you would view their God. This is intended to be a fictional character using some historical elements.
So kind of like an amalgamation.
Right. In our universe, Jesus is he's called Yeshua, and his father is El.
The idea is that all mythologies are true. So basically, we're incorporating a lot of different versions of those stories.
Yeah, that's actually why I felt for my own sake, because I'm a mythology nut. For my own sake, that's kind of why I wanted to ask, to see if it was more of like the Babylonian king god, or maybe even the Sumerian king god, or hell, maybe even Osiris of Egyptian. So that's why I started thinking about it. I'm like, I know they're incorporating a lot, so I want to know which one it is.
As a base level here, you cannot have the existence of all these other gods that we've incorporated. They can't all exist in the same universe as the God of the Bible.
That's understandable.
I would say the Egyptian pantheon. We do deal with the Egyptian pantheon in the series, and I can say they're distinct.
Well, I wanted to ask. I mean, something I've been thinking of for a while is, and since we're on the topic and stuff, obviously, we as fans of history and mythology yourselves, you guys must know, of course, that many Greek and Roman gods are shared. They just have different names. For example,
sure. Yes.
Are you guys play around with any of those kind of ideas where, like, maybe the gods of different pantheons are actually the same god? Do you guys do anything like that?
Some of them have other names, but as a general rule, all the gods keep their names. I wanted to change I wanted to change a couple of them specifically because I wanted them to be obviously distinctive.
Okay, interesting. So there's a little bit of everything. You kind of tailor. It's almost like it's tailor fit to be how it is.
Exactly. This actually took me a couple of years to put together.
Oh, wow, that's wild, man. And make sure all stitched together and fit right.
Right, it's a complicated thing. In most mythologies, as you guys would know, the gods of every culture believe that they are the only gods, that they are the ones that created the universe. And so if you're going to make a universe where all of those exist at once, you're going to have to change some things.
And I did finally get the image up here. We can see Marius here is front and center here.
Yeah.
And so yes, this is the cover for the first issue.
Yeah.
Kind of displaying all the different characters that we're going to be coming to, learn throughout the whole series, I'm assuming. We don't necessarily get them all in the first issue, do we?
Yeah, we do see all of them.
Oh, very cool.
Some will be more focused than others, is what I would say to that.
Nice.
Like,
although with Lou, you kind of blink and you miss him.
Yeah, yeah. Lou is very much a cameo here. He will show up more prominently later.
Nice. Okay. Very nice. Yeah. And so these are all. Well, of course, you can't necessarily spoil anything, but just kind of based on the context clues that we've talked about so far, it sounds like that at least most of these people should be from the same time period.
Yes.
Ah, interesting. That's a cool way to do it. That'll be really, really interesting to see how that all.
Yeah, they're from very different cultures, but they're from Tiberius era Rome.
Ah, very cool. I like that, man.
I will say, like, learning a lot of Roman history again for our project, our creation project, you kind of learn Tiberius's reign is one nutty era of Roman history.
Oh yes,
like there was a
lot of these reigns were very nutty, and it gets worse after Tiberius.
That is true.
That's funny.
Like the things that the historians wrote down versus the things that archaeologists are finding and updating that history. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Now I can understand why when Caligula came into the picture, they're like, no, it's okay. He's not going to be as bad as Tiberius. Nobody can be as bad as him, right? And he's just like, I can't be bad
prepare
as
for
him.
the incest.
I can be worse.
Oh, yeah, Caligula. Oh, man.
Oh, man. What's weird, though, is that his story was pretty humble in the beginning, and then near the end, it was like,
he lost his mind, from what I gathered.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what I gathered and from what historical documents want to say is that he had a really bad sickness. My guess is probably either a STD or something from just when he was on his travels here and there. That probably really got to him.
Possibly a family thing. His uncle had the same problem, didn't he?
Well, with Tiberius, it was a little bit more different because of when Tiberius came into the picture, there was a lot of like death going on with royal families and higher up families. Like Tiberius' own father was killed because he was gaining too much popularity and power. So when he took over, he basically did the same fucking thing to Augustus's, I want to say blood son or his nephew.
Germanicus,
like
right?
That. Yes, he killed Germanicus, but he made it look as if he either killed himself or that he was poisoned. But everybody knew it was Tiberius in the long run. And that was kind of the problem.
It was Game of Thrones in ancient Rome, basically.
In a sense, it really was, but on a darker level.
No, that's interesting, man. So you guys are kind of playing this darker time period of Rome, then it sounds like.
Well, to a certain extent, you kind of have to because you're dealing with the trial of Yeshua, and that involves like some of the nastier stuff that was going on in Rome at that time. I don't really necessarily go like huge into what was going on in Rome itself at that time, but in terms of its effect on what went on at that time in Jerusalem, there is a little bit of that.
Interesting.
That's understandable. Kind of give the ambiance of the Roman culture while pertaining to a singular, I wouldn't say singular event, but a singular area of history.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nice, man. Well, I think now would be a great time to go ahead and start taking a look at the campaign page. I'm going to put the link here in the chat and pull that up on the screen. So if you guys want to follow along with us, feel free to go ahead and hit that Indiegogo link there, and you can check out all the perks. But we're going to share this on the screen, so no need to. If you want to go take a look at that a little bit later, once we finish the show, you can do that as well. I'm going to go and get that shared here with us. Now, this is, like I mentioned, this is an Indiegogo campaign, and so it's just started today, brand new campaign, and we've currently have a 30-day left for this one, so plenty of time to check it out. But let's go and dive into it, man. So we've got a fixed goal here of $2,637, currently at $21. And let's go and take a look at some of the perks, man. I like your setup here. This looks cool. Looks like there's a lot of videos and a lot of images and stuff for people to take a look at. So even after today,
some of those last images are actually the first few lettered pages I got from Guido.
Oh, really? Let's take a look at some of
very nice. That's a nice little sneak peek for everybody.
Ooh, yeah, those looking good, man. The pages are looking great. And you mentioned Guido, you said?
Yeah, Guido Martinez.
Oh, right, he's your letterer, right? Yes, of course. Looks like he's doing a great job there as well.
Quick question about the art is the color digital or is it traditional? Then I would say enhanced with digital.
Tosin, he draws it out in pencils traditionally, and then he does the inks and the colors digitally.
Oh, that's funny. That's actually what I'm starting to do with a lot of my stuff.
Yeah, it's an interesting method. I think it adds some. I love that element of it. Combining both the traditional and the digital elements.
Well, for me as an artist, it just feels more natural and better to draw it than to actually sit there and have a pen pad or like
right,
like having a drawing tablet and then just drawing everything out with a sketch and continuously updating it. It's just so weird for me to do that, but I just feel more comfortable and I feel as if it goes faster if I just use the if I just use pencil and then scan it. I don't know why. It just feels better.
He maybe have a similar method. Has he ever mentioned why he prefers to use that method to you guys?
Actually, the only explanation I have heard is it actually has more to do with the power situation in Nigeria. They don't have the greatest power grid in the world, and so
that would be really smart of him to do that too.
Yeah, so he tries to do what he can offline, so that he gets back on the computer.
Very nice. That's very resourceful of him. Here we see some of the characters here. Mario's on the left.
That's Ileana in the center, and then I believe that's Kabosh on the right.
Very nice.
And that was actually part of a double page spread right there. But the third page has some stuff on it we didn't want to clutter with the lettering. Whereas in this here on this second page, with the lettering is just going over that file, which you can't really read anyway.
But there's some letters that to eke through that kind of give us some nice hints as to what might be going on there.
Yeah,
which is fun. And but yeah, these pages are looking great. Like you mentioned, that I feel like the art just always there's always little elements of the art that just gets better and better with every issue of the comics. Like he's such a detail oriented artist.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, and the character on this page is Hassan Toth, who is we call him our Rod Serling style narrator, at least for he's kind of the one who's sort of introducing the background of this and then leading into the story.
I like how he starts off, his whole body is in shadow. You can't see him, and then then it's just the top half of his face, and then of course he comes into the light there. But that's a great.
I will say it gives off very sinister vibes, personally, to me.
Yes, he's meant to be a very ambiguous character.
Okay,
okay, that's pretty good, man. But yeah, these are fun pages. People can go check these out as well here. But we see some really interesting stuff here. We see like some either a demon dog or a very hungry dog.
You see that dog there is actually he's a character that you see in other Omen comics, and as of this point, you're not gonna know who he is yet, but you're basically gonna see him. He is basically sitting there watching during some very important events.
I love the layout of this page, by the way.
Yeah.
I did not tell Tosin to do that. He did that on his own. I think it works better than what I had laid out, so I'm happy with that.
Wow, very clever with that. Yeah, very nice work all around for sure. Yeah, looks like
little angel action.
Here. Of course, you gotta have a little angel action, man.
Mm-hmm.
Come
That's
on,
right.
now.
Yes, that's Uriel and Fanuel.
Uriel and Fanuel. So are these angels that were actually in the written about in the Bible?
Uriel is.
Uriel is directly. Fanuel does exist, but I kind of made creative license with her.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, the two angels are associated with each other in legend, though.
Nice. That's awesome. Those pictures look really good. That's really cool, man. Love to see the colors
man.
coming
I really
there.
think he does great.
Oh yeah,
he's getting better with that coloring all the time.
That's awesome. I guess let's go take a look at the perks here and see what we got here. So first up, we got the White Druid level. And so can you tell us a little bit about what this perk's about?
Sure. That one has you're gonna get the deluxe White Druid trading card. That's gonna get mailed to you. That's a physical thing everybody's getting regardless of what they're purchasing. And it also comes with a digital copy of Guardians of Elayim.
Dude, that's pretty nice. So that's a pretty sweet deal. Like you even get the trading card. Not many people would give out a physical trading card with a digital item. That's pretty nice, man. That's pretty thoughtful.
Yeah, I really wanted something that everybody could get, something that would be unique.
That's really cool, man. Should we we could take you want to want me to throw up the trading card here? I know you sent that over to me.
Yeah, toss that up there.
Let me show you. It's a pretty cool trading card, man. How'd you guys did you guys work with Tosin to kind of come up with that setup and design and whatnot?
It was kind of a group effort.
Really?
Tosin obviously drew the art and everything, but the card was designed by Supreme Graphics here in Susanville.
Oh, how cool, man!
Yeah,
that's what's up. Nice, man. You are doing like this really cool team effort.
Oh yeah, this is not something I could do on my own. I got a team of essentially about 6 people, and I need every single one of them.
That's awesome, dude.
Tosin really delivers the goods with the art on this one.
Well, it's funny. I feel like the art's always is the part that gets seen the most, but it really is a whole team effort. Like when you have 6 people like that, every little bit does really matter, even if it's not always seen as visibly as the art is. That's just my opinion on it. Yeah.
See,
but,
like
this
is
just
to
nice
give you an idea. When Tosin did that, it was just a yellow background, and the thing behind him there was red.
Mm-hmm.
And then Supreme Graphics took that, and they put that the White Druid Michael Nero logo in the background,
nice.
and then used that red tinted space image we use in our logo behind him.
Oh wow! Oh, that's pretty clever, man. Yeah, that really brings it out, doesn't it?
I think the beige really works.
Yeah, it does. It really does, man. It gives us almost like this adventure feel to it,
it feels historical that way.
Yeah.
Looks classical. Absolutely. Looks like you're getting ready to open a tome from way back in the day and learn some ancient history.
That's perfect.
Let's
man.
check out the back of that.
I was gonna say that's the front of the card there. And
exactly.
Is this one here?
Yeah, see, and I liked how they put that together. It's not how a standard trading card might look. I think it has its own unique style.
Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah, and once that gets printed out on the actual trading card material, I think it's gonna look really nice.
Yeah, 16-point cardstock.
Nice. You gotta love it, man. Very cool, man. And of course, we got some stats on there. I'm looking forward to getting my Patrick O'Leary card one day.
Yeah.
That's for another stream.
I'm actually curious about that one myself.
That's funny. And so I'm assuming they brought in the motif again to this back here with the space for galaxy stuff.
Yeah,
and
that was originally a red background behind him.
Nice. It just really makes it pop, doesn't it?
I think it does too. I like it. And plus, cool. I think it fits with the whole, they're repairing the world tree, the space time itself, and having the kind of spacey background behind there. I think it fits.
Yeah, and totally, and also even just the idea of the Omen verse and that idea also kind of fits in with that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it fits because Lou really is going to be an important character down the road with this book.
And I would assume also he may have some great importance for the larger Owen verse as well.
Oh, definitely.
Nice, because of course we can't forget
Lou
this is part of a
the only
universe.
Character that is in 2 books simultaneously.
Huh? Yeah. Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, and I think we can make it work because it's going to be Lou in 2 different time periods.
I'm just putting the pieces together myself here because let's see here. Let's go back because we can't see it on the back here, but we got on the front White Druid and Michael Nero.
Yeah.
So
that's the White Druid.
He's in. Oh shit!
Yes, that is his formal title. Yeah.
Oh wow! I didn't even know. I didn't make that connection before, man. That's wild.
Yeah, and do you see that the little tree logo there in the back? That's the Elayim tree.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like it's it's kind of like how Doctor Strange is the Sorcerer Supreme. Lou, she's the White Druid.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool little touch there. Love that world building that you guys are doing there.
Thanks, man.
And so this will be a nice little treat for those who even if you just back the first, the first one here, you can get that card. So even if you're just digital backer, you can get a physical card. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now let's pull up that Indiegogo and keep going there. That was the first. That's the White Druid level backer. But of course, you can, if you want to push a little bit further, you can take it to the Anarchy Bill level, which is, come on, who doesn't love an Anarchy Bill level backer? That's just great stuff right there, man. And so, what comes in this tier here?
Well, in that one, that's when people start getting the everybody who backs this and all of our patrons get the variant cover of Guardians of Elayim. I believe you got a picture of that too. In this $10 perk here, that's when you first start getting those physical copies of that.
Very nice. And so this one here, this perk is this a digital alternative then essentially?
Well, this one comes with I believe it's, let's see. It has the trading card in it. It has the alternative cover in it, and I think it comes with a digital copy too.
Okay, so this would be our first physical tier then, physical backer tier. Well, excluding the trading card, of course.
Right. As a general rule, what I tried to do was I started with the base of the digital and the trading card, and with each successive tier, I tried to build on that a little bit.
Interesting. Okay. So it's kind of like sweetening the pot each time, in a sense.
That's right.
Okay. Very nice. Okay, I like that, man. All right. Well, that's cool. So this one comes within, of course. So the idea is that we'll be able to get the stuff from the previous one, and then we'll get a little bit more and a little bit more each time we go down this list here.
That's right.
Nice.
And I don't know if you can play that video. That is the Omen Comics creative team there.
Let's see here.
That's Guido Martinez right there on the front there. That's the guy who's lettering the comic right now.
Let me see. Let me go and share this back. If you want, I can pull it up here with audio.
All right.
So we can get a little audio action going there. Sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty dramatic music.
Oop. Oh, now we're going into outer space.
Oops.
I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have thrown away the key.
Wow, that just that really did the whole mirror thing.
Wow, you guys got quite the team, man. Yeah, you weren't kidding. That's awesome, man. Very nice. And of course, there's some more page previews on there as well, so people can go check that out a little bit later, and some more videos up here. I know we mentioned that before, but there's plenty of other videos for people to check out. So once we're done today, you feel free to go check out and go learn a little bit more about the comic, the creative process, the team, all that good stuff. And so then we have next up on the list here, we have the Guardian level backer.
Right.
And with the Guardian level backer, let's see. With this one, looks like is a $15 perk, and so of course you're going to get the previous stuff as well. You're going to get the Guardians of Elayim #1 alternative cover, the trading card, and this time it looks like we add on a pinup. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
All right. There's actually a series of 12 by 18 their pinups that are both related to Guardians of Elayim. Like you get the two different covers.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also artwork from previous covers and even some from some future covers.
A little cover gallery, you might say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
very
of course,
nice.
all the art is done by Tosin Awasika.
Nice, very nice. That's awesome, man. And so, are they going to be teasing future titles, anything like that? Maybe.
Yeah, definitely going to be teasing some future titles in there.
Very nice. Yeah, speaking of future titles, I know we'll probably get to this a little bit later, but there's also, I think there's a preview of, unless maybe it's not here. Oh, there it is. Yes, Dragon Girl Albino Warrior. That's kind of another. Speaking of other titles, that's kind of something else you guys are offering. Is that not right?
Well, sort of. We're offering the chance to get drawn into Dragon Girl and Albino Warrior.
Ooh, we'll definitely be talking about that in a little bit when we get to that perk. Then I'm sure, but that sounds like a fun opportunity, man.
Yeah. Dragon Girl Albino Warrior is going to be our next comic.
Oh, that sounds cool, man. Okay, well we'll definitely get into that in a little bit. Now let's go back to the perks, but yeah, we'll talk about that one here shortly. That does sound cool, man. The Omenverse expanding ever further.
Yeah.
So I do believe we ended up with the last one we did was a Guardian level backer.
Mm-hmm.
And so that one's again, it's a nice one. This one gives you the alternative cover and a pinup with a trading card and even a digital copy of the first issue as well.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Blood Moon Omenut backer. This is a $25 perk level and looks like 10% off here. There is a little discount there, so that's nice. And so what is this perk all about?
Well, I kind of broke down the things based upon what all I was offering. I didn't have anything prepared with the individual
just if you want to just let me know. If you want to just let us know what's new to each perk. That'd probably be a good way to we know we get the stuff before it, but what's the new? What does this one come with? That's the one before it does not.
We start adding in stuff like more. There's also other Omen comics. There were 6 other Omen comics before Guardians of Elayim.
Oh wow! Mm-hmm.
And so you start getting digital packs of those.
Okay.
Right. So that's something that we offer in there, but also our Omen Comics imprint label Revelation Comics has a couple comics too. Mm-hmm. And we also offer those on digital. But nice. As the perks build, as those go on, we start offering those as physical packages too.
Gotcha. So, and are these something that are add-ons that can be added on to the perks, or are these built into the perks then?
They're both.
Oh, okay. So there's a little bit of a mix and match.
You can buy these individually or as part of a perk.
Nice, man. I like that. Nice. It gives a more variety and options for the people who are backing there.
Right.
Very cool, man. I like that. That's a good one. And so then we go to the 50 level backer level, the Omenverse backer. This one again comes with.
Get that up on the screen there?
Oh, it should be up on the screen right now.
All we're getting is the big mirror thing.
The what?
The thing that looks like you got 2 mirrors facing each other.
Huh, that's weird. It was should have been on the Indiegogo. That's weird. So when we showed the video, you guys didn't see that?
No, we didn't see it at all.
You acted like you guys saw it.
Nope.
You guys were talking along with me like you'd saw.
I was following along on the page.
Oh no! I wish you guys had said something.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Let me pull it up here again. Let's try that again. Let's pull up that video again.
There it is.
Very
Of course,
nice.
you got to have
And
a little metal flavor in there.
of course, I got to show off some of the other stuff that was missed. I was showing off the cover here a little earlier for a Dragon Girl Albino Warrior.
Yeah.
That looks pretty awesome, man. Of course, we saw the trading card and some of the page previews here as well. And we were just going through each of the perks here, just going through one by one.
Kibosh, Nazarin, and Marius.
Layout.
What's that?
I was saying Kibosh, Nazarin, and Marius are who you saying there.
And this one.
Oh,
here.
that's that page 2-3 spread I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, this is towards the end of the issue.
Right.
Looks like they're all going into battle.
Page layouts.
Let's just hope they're not fighting each other, man.
I wonder why.
Yeah, that is pretty wild.
Read Guardians of Elayim to find out.
Yes, it is quite the unique layout, though, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's really creative, particularly with his panel layouts and how he chooses to do the, like, I refer to him as camera angles. I love his style.
I love how he's experimenting. That's always
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it really always leads to really interesting stuff when you do some experimentation like that. But yes, we were at the, I believe we were about to go into the 50th backer at the Openverse backer, I believe.
There we go.
There's this one here. Oops, wrong button.
I think that's where you start getting all the into the comics and stuff.
There we go. Okay. So yes, this one comes with the 4 digital Omen comics packs. I believe, yeah, you're right. This is the first one where you kind of start diving into the digital Omens pack. And so this one will come with the almost, you could say, the phase 1, or part of the, not even really the phase 1, because I know you guys have a lot of plans for that. So that's not fair to say. This is just the intro arc, you could say, be more apt.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah. Okay. Very nice. And this also comes with what looks like a pinup pack.
Yeah. This it's that those posters and stuff for the covers I was telling you about. How we got some from the past and some from the future.
Nice. Nice.
One you're definitely all going to get is well, not all of them, I suppose, but the alternative and main cover for Guardians of Elayim. You're going to get both of those.
Okay. Very nice. Well, that's pretty cool, man. That's
yeah,
great, man.
I really love showing off Tosin's art.
Yeah, that is just incredible. And so then next up we have the Super Omenaut backer.
All right, now this is where you start getting drawn into Dragon Girl Albino Warrior.
This is the drawn into the comic. Okay. And so maybe you could tell us a little bit about the details of how that could work out then.
Okay. I don't know if you're all familiar with this. Do you remember the Superman versus Muhammad Ali comic?
I'm not sure if I'm familiar with that one.
Okay. Well,
awesome,
back in the day, they did this. I believe Neil Adams did the cover. And what he did was he essentially showed the ring with Superman and Muhammad Ali in the ring, right? But in the crowd was just a god awful amount of like celebrities that he drew into the crowd. And what I want to do is essentially something along those lines, but it's going to take place in a high school.
Let's see if I can pull this up, man.
It's going to take place specifically in during a school rally.
And so, is it the idea you're going to put a bunch of like fun faces in the background in a sense?
Yeah, all the people that get drawn in are going to get drawn into the crowd in the background.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean now. Okay, well, that's fun, man. That's a new one. That is definitely not one I've seen done before. So that's a fun.
Yeah,
here's the
there you go. See, like that.
idea. Dude, that's awesome.
I'm gonna do a nice double page spread and get
That
everybody
sounds
all
so much
drawn in
fun.
there.
Oh my god, I love that idea. That is a great idea. That'll be a fun one for sure. And so that one's gonna be in the snake lady one.
The Dragon Girl Albino Warrior one.
Dragon Girl Albino Warrior. I'm gonna try to remember this one title. Going forward here, I'm sure we'll be back on another stream. Do you guys? I'm sure we'll talk more about it. But do you guys have any plans? Maybe if you guys get success with this campaign, to come back and do another campaign in the future, perhaps.
Oh, definitely.
That's awesome.
Basically, what we're going for in these campaigns is we want to keep making comics, keep telling the story we got to tell without having to go into debt in the process.
That's fair, man.
So,
that is definitely fair.
Right. So if each one of these campaigns that's successful means that we're gonna do the next one and bring that one back for a campaign too.
Excellent, man. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I'm very excited to see how you guys do with this campaign and to see where you guys go next. It'll be really cool. I'm definitely hoping people take advantage of this and get drawn into the comic, because that's gonna be really awesome.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun. I already talked to Tosin about it. We're all set to do that. That's gonna be a lot of fun, I think.
Very
Definitely.
nice, man.
It is gonna require that those who back us send us pictures of themselves, obviously.
Okay, well, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that would be a little tricky otherwise, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah.
They just got to make sure that they get their proper side, so this way we get their best features.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Mr. Glamour shots, all that good stuff.
And when you send the picture, bear in mind it's going to be drawn how you look in the picture there. So, like, for instance, we're not going to do a Superman thing and take away your beard.
Or that's fair, man. That's fair. Can they request anything? Perhaps add some notes. Perhaps you know what I mean.
To some extent, we can't do a whole lot of detailed stuff, as you saw in that picture. You're mostly looking at probably most likely a head and shoulders shot of the person.
Right. That's fair, man. That's fair. I just wonder if well, I'm sure you guys will cross that line when you get to it.
Right.
But no, that's very cool, man. That's a good opportunity. I think that people really love those. I've seen those kind of perks pop up in the past, and those usually are pretty popular. Usually, people jump on those ones. So
yeah, we actually did this with one of our other comics with Omen #1. I got a there was it was at least in the pre-sign up page. There was a picture of Mike Gabler, the first guy that ever got drawn into an Omen comic, and he's holding the comic up and he's pointing to the comic there.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
So this is something that's been done before, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
People know you guys have got some experience putting someone in there, so that should be reassuring there. Very nice, man.
Right.
And so I think we're getting to our last couple perks here. Maybe this might be the last one here. Last couple, yeah. So this one, we got the top level Omenot backer. This is a $115 perk, and comes with a bunch of goodies here. So let's see, what are some of the new stuff that this is another drawn in level, is that right?
Yep. Just the last 3 are the getting drawn in levels.
Okay. So how does that work then? Are they different, or what's the main difference there between the 3?
It's all the same idea. They're all going to get drawn into that crowd. But there's only a select amount of space available.
So would you say that
for instance, altogether only 48 people can do this?
Gotcha. So it's kind of essentially are they going to be drawn into the same scene, or what's the plan there? It's
going to be a 2-page spread that's going to take place in like a high school gymnasium during a school rally. So it's probably going to be there's going to be views of a couple of from a couple of different sides showing the different people in the stands. And that's where everybody's going to get drawn in there, is all sitting in the seats and stuff.
I see. So if I'm understanding this correctly, like the difference between the top level backers is almost like getting better seats at the game, in a sense.
Well, no, it's that once we start moving up from that first one there, we're actually adding a lot more to the perk besides getting drawn into the comic.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to get at, I guess, was what makes this different from the last perk?
Well, when we start getting into those last couple, you start getting into printed copies of all the pinups that we're offering, and printed copies of the Omen comics and the Revelation comics and Guardians of Elayim and all that.
Huh. Are you seeing on the screen here right now with me?
Yeah.
Am I looking at the wrong perk or something? I'm not sure if I'm because I'm not seeing those items there. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong perk here. Oh, okay.
No,
Yes, I think that is the wrong perk. So yeah, because the Super Omenot, there's no drawn in. That's not the drawn in one. I think we misspoke on that one. So the $90 one is not a drawn in. It's actually the $115 back in. That's the drawn in one. That's the first
my
drawn
bad.
in.
Yeah, the
My
top
bad.
level
Sorry about
backer.
Oh, okay. I think that was my confusion. I was thinking this was the first one. Okay, so that makes more sense. Okay. So then this is the silver level Omenot. That's where we start getting the print comics.
Yeah, there you go.
Gotcha. Okay, so this one comes with an Omenverse T-shirt. We get 6 bonus Omens comic packs. So this comes with. I see what you're saying. So this one comes with a lot more goodies. Is exactly what you were saying. This one comes
when
with
you
like
start
the
getting
T-shirt,
into
the
those
pin-ups. Yeah.
You start getting into those last 2 perks there. I'm basically throwing everything and the kitchen sink at you.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that ain't a bad way to do it, man. Very nice.
Check out that background there in that picture. Right next to it, you see that? Tell me that doesn't look like ancient Jerusalem.
Yeah,
he's really gotten better at architecture.
Really nice.
Yeah, for not just the architecture too, but just like the atmosphere of being in like a different country, and you know, it really does nail that vibe for sure.
Yeah.
And Renan and Kabosh look very, very good on that page.
Yeah. He's very tall. You know, I know that's one thing I noticed. Kabosh is very tall.
Yes, that's the idea. He's a big guy.
And very strong too.
Oh yeah, you can tell. Oh yeah, you don't want to mess with him.
He's the muscle of the group. It's fair to say.
Yeah, he looks like a bodyguard. He's looking like a bodyguard right there. And we see, is that a third character or is that just an old man there in the back, far on the right there?
Oh, the guy in white.
That's not White Druid, right?
Character.
Oh, okay.
No.
I thought you were making like a.
No, that's somebody else, I believe.
Okay. Similar.
He's somebody else with Omen significance. Let's just put it that way.
Fair enough. Well,
I can see what you're saying, though. He does kind of have that Luoshi vibe going.
Right?
Yeah, between Yeshua, Lu, and this character, there is a little bit of similarity.
Right. But it's probably just, I'm sure, mostly just because of the cultural, like what he's wearing and the facial hair and things like that. Yeah,
for sure.
Basically.
Yeah. So that makes sense. But that's cool, man. So that one's a nice one. That's a really cool pack. This is like 6 bonus comics. So this is a really good pack. You're getting like, let's see, you're getting 7. Let's see, I'm trying to think here. So it's 7 comics total, right? Because it's Guardians of Elayim and the 6 bonus comics.
Right. But there's digital comics in there too.
Right, and you also get that's just the physical comics. Then you get all the digital stuff as well. On top of that,
because you know, some people like to have the physical comics to kind of keep in pristine shape, and they read the digital ones.
Yeah, I know it's funny. I feel like everybody really has their own way of doing it. I know some people like to read the digital right when it comes out, and then reread the physical. Some people will just save the physical to the physical, or do what you just mentioned as well. There's a lot of variety I've seen with backers and how they consume the material. That's why it's always good to have a variety of options. So definitely good on you for doing that, man. That's a good one.
That's one of the tips I got from working with the Wicked crew on this.
Nice.
They really helped me out with different ideas.
That's awesome. Yeah, they're a great group. I'm glad to hear that they were giving you some good advice there. That's always good to hear that. And then we've got our final tier here, the gold level Omenot. As you can see, he's peering into the gold abyss here. And if you want to stare into the gold abyss as well, this is the one for you.
That's actually a little foreshadowing there. Even that gold level backer picture you see there.
Mm-hmm.
That's from one of the pinups you're gonna get.
Oh, okay, very nice, man.
It's gonna be the future cover of Dark Oracles.
Oh, and that's a title you're teasing. I'm assuming one of those titles you mentioned earlier.
Yes, and
Very
that
nice,
guy in
man.
the front there is Hassan Toth.
Yes.
And he's, of course, our Twilight Zone-esque narrator that you mentioned earlier as well.
Correct.
Very nice. So we're going to find out a little more about what his deal and what's going on with his mysterious-looking room over there.
But yeah, in that gold level one, you get all the digital stuff. You get all the physical stuff. You get the T-shirt. You get everything. Everything is thrown into that thing.
No, that's very awesome, man. That's great. So this is like this is the complete package.
Yeah.
Very nice,
all the other perks are building up to that gold level Omanot backer where we just put in everything. If we have it, it's in that package.
That's excellent, man. Well, very cool, man. I love to see that you have a lot of great stuff on offer from the basic digital tier all the way up to the complete package. There's a level for somebody, there's a level for everybody out there. So I feel like there's a lot of great stuff on offer here.
Right. I want to talk about one thing we're offering though, and that's the How It Was Made trade paperback we're doing.
No, interesting.
That one we're putting together. This is if you're curious about how comics are made, or even specifically how Guardians of Elayim was made. This trade is going to come with the script by Steve Sellers, but also you're going to get character sketches by Tosin. You're going to get the inks that he did originally, and then the colors. So you're going to get to see the whole process, how it went on the script, all the way to how it got colored on the page.
That's awesome, man. So that's something that you might be. Is that going to be an add-on essentially then?
Yes, it is an add-on.
Good.
I'm not sure, but I believe it's in that gold.
It's in the gold one as well. Okay,
yeah.
Nice, very nice, man. Well, that's very cool. Okay. Well, yeah, that's really cool. There's, like you said, that's a great way to look into the behind the scenes on the creation of the book and all that great stuff. That's very cool, man. Yeah, well, that's exciting, man. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, just a little insight into. I mean, I don't know about you, but when I first started writing comics, I could have used looking at some comic scripts to see how they were actually put together, how they were done, how that gets translated into art. I could have used that, and that's really what we're trying to do with that trade. I want to kind of help the people who are just starting out with this stuff.
Nice, man. Almost like not just behind the scenes, but how to. Almost like this is how we did it. If you guys need, if you're looking for a way to do it too, you've never really done this before. Here's how you can do it. Here's the way we did it. It'll work for you as well. Okay. Nice, man. That's a good way to do it. A nice resource to pass that along to, and I bet that would be really nice to see because a lot of people out there, I'm sure, are thinking about maybe trying an Indiegogo or a crowdfunder of their own. Maybe they're too nervous. Maybe they just don't know where to start. So something like that could be a great resource for them, for those kind of people who are actually looking to break out and to follow your story. I think would be a great way to do that.
Right. I really hope that that can help out. I want to be that help that I didn't necessarily get when I started.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Right, yeah. I know I know how you feel, man. When I first started writing out my comic scripts out, man, Matt can tell you they're like chapter books, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely having
there's a whole lot to it to make it a comic.
Oh my god, yeah, there really is. Yeah, you might not realize it, but yeah, there totally is. And well, that's really cool, man. That's awesome. You guys have a great, solid product on your hands here. Great comic with great characters. Art is just fantastic, and I'm really excited to see where this goes.
I would like to talk a little bit about what we're asking for and why.
Sure.
That is, like you mentioned earlier, we're asking for 2,637, and I would like to point out that that's 37 because that's exactly how much we need. I would have added the cents if they would have let me.
Oh, that's funny.
We're just asking for what we need. We're asking for just enough to pay Tosin, to pay Guido, to pay Supreme Graphics, make sure everybody gets paid, so that way we're not going into debt and we can make Dragon Girl Albino Warrior.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. Yeah, that's a good way to go about it. Like just that should be the focus, especially for a first time campaign. Or not that you guys this is your first time campaign. You guys mentioned that before, but this is it's always a good idea. Going with the kind of a bare bones mindset, just saying let's get the comic made, let's get it printed, let's get it out there, and then we can worry about it, all the rest from there. I think that's always a good way to start building up the the backers and their goodwill towards you.
Right on. Thank you. That's what we was going for.
Excellent, man. Well, that's a great start. I think you guys are on the right track there. So that's awesome to hear. And of course, I know you're going to try and get out there some more comic live streams and stuff. Do you have any more on the schedule here? I think you mentioned one to me just the other day. It was yesterday. I think you mentioned to me.
Yeah, that was the one I mentioned the other day was actually this one that we're doing now.
I think you mentioned you said something about a comic owl or something of that nature. Comics Crusader or Comics Owl.
Yeah, we were on Comic Crusaders. Why don't you talk about that, Steve?
You were on yeah, we were talking to Al about the campaign.
Nice.
A few of our other books. I know Al because I've been working at Comics Crusaders on the side for over a year now. So that's awesome, yeah, and he's a really great guy to talk to. He's a really great guy to work with and work for. I do reviews and columns occasionally, sometimes side podcasts where I also push the campaign. So, it works out pretty well. And I made a lot of friends over Comics Crusaders. So, yeah, they're nice people to reach out to.
No, that's excellent, man. I'm very happy to hear that you've been doing that. That sounds like a great opportunity for you, and it sounds like a good gig there. So,
definitely. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah,
that was a fun episode to do, too.
Nice. Very cool, man. Well, yeah, we'll definitely have to get you on some more podcasts. We'll have to get the word out there, see if we can get you on some more shows here. To get the word out, that would be very cool. I know you guys will be plugging away and working real hard over the next 30 days and beyond. So it's gonna be a busy month for you guys.
Yeah. You can check us out on Omen Revelations podcast too.
Excellent.
I'm sure we'll be talking about it there.
Very nice, man. Well, what is there anything you guys want to tell people out there who may be considering backing your books today, or maybe checking out what you've got going on?
I would just say that I would say that we're appreciative of all of our Omenauts and anybody who's interested in this campaign. If you want something that is more in the swords and sandals thing, if you want the kind of stories where anything can happen, hopefully things that you're not going to see in most normal comics. If you want to see magical characters interacting with legendary characters throughout history, or just to drop them in classical literature and just to see fun that it comes out of that, this is the campaign for you. And I thank you all for considering our book, and I hope you contribute.
Oh, totally. Thank you all for thanks for listening to this episode. Thank you for considering backing us. If you are backing us, thank you very much. We can't do this without you. You guys are the ones we're doing this for.
Very nice. Well said, both of you, man. That's very excellent. And I do encourage people to go check out the campaign. I'm going to put the link up here on the screen as well. And of course, we've talked a lot about the perks and whatnot, and all the different stuff, but what can we expect? Is there anything you can tease maybe about the future of the series? I know you mentioned some swords and sandals, but I know mentioned you. Yeah, I can't talk today. You mentioned that that there's other other genres, other elements that you might explore. Is there anything you can tease perhaps of the future of the series?
Well, the second arc is going to be dropped into the Trojan War. You're going to see Marius have a fight with Hector. And then you'll see them basically have to decide, do they really want to save the Roman Empire? So that is the question. That is the question that they're going to be asking.
That's a good question.
Keeping in mind that it's eternal damnation if they fail the angels. So there's that as well. Beyond that, we're going to see Lou and what he has been up to in the Dark Ages. We're going to see the Canterbury Tales. I kind of have a weird time travel style issue involved with that one. And other wild and crazy stuff. Things I would like to do in the future involves musketeers and a trip to Roanoke. Those kinds of things. But I'll keep in mind that if we get enough support, if we make it that far, that's the kind of stuff I would like to see.
Wow, that's cool, man. That's fun. I love that. That looks a lot to look forward to, man.
Oh yeah,
that's
definitely. Really cool. Especially some of the different time periods too,
right?
Like going from very ancient to somewhat like old history to us to, I mean, even
the Spanish Armada.
War. Spanish Armada, colony of Roanoke. Oh man,
that's a good one, dude. That would be a good one. Yeah.
I personally cannot wait for that one. That one's gonna be a good one.
And I will say that after the last talk that we had, I've been thinking seriously about The Great Gatsby.
But hey man, I'd always be there for that one. That's awesome, man. Well, that's cool, man. I love hearing about the future of the series. It just seems like such a fun series where, like you said, anything can happen.
We got like 12 issues planned for this first awesome. For phase 1 and Guardians of Elayim.
That's so cool.
And of course, more planned for phase 2.
And it's so much fun just because, again, it allows us to see so much more breadth of the Omenverse than we've been able to see necessarily so far in the comics that we've had, which have been more contained, self-contained stories or connecting with each other. So this is a great way to really open it up and say, what can you do with when you can go anywhere in history?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's awesome, man. You guys got something really special on your hands. I feel like, obviously it took you guys a long time to create it, and I think it really shows in how well crafted you've created this. Not just the Omenverse, but just your story ideas. All the story ideas you have they're not half baked. Everyone is a full baked, fully realized idea. And I do feel like that really comes across when you're not only seeing the art, but you're reading the comics. I feel like that comes across really well. I'm just so excited to see where this comics. Yeah, you're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah. Well, thank you guys, as well for taking your time to speak with us today. If we want to come back on for another round and talk maybe a little more about the lore or some of the history, I'd love to come on. I love to do a deep dive on the third go around. So if you guys want to come back on and do something like that, more than happy to have you on. And we're going to, again, put the link out there for everybody. It's in the chat there, but it's also up on the screen. So please go check out the page. 30 days to back for now. And so there's plenty of time, but please go check it out. If you see something you like, back it. There's everything from a digital level, which even comes with a physical trading card, to the more physical items with posters, shirts, comics, all sorts of great stuff. So really cool perks and a ton of videos for you guys to check it out. So please, I encourage you to go check those out and see what you think. And thank you guys. Any last thoughts before we head on out for the day?
Mostly just please stop by and check that out. We put a lot of work into this, as you were saying, but into the campaign as well. We really think we put together some stuff that you guys are gonna like, and thanks for coming by and checking it out.
Yeah. There's a lot of work and a lot of love into this book. I would say that this is one of the more challenging books that I do, but I do it because I love it, and I hope that you'll love it as well. Just please give it a chance, and we appreciate anybody who is interested in it or anybody who backs it. Everything that you give to us is really appreciated.
Excellent. Well, thank you again, guys. We appreciate it, and we're wishing you all the luck with this campaign.
Thanks, man.
You're very welcome. We will see you all in the future stream. Take care, everyone. Bye.